what the media would like for us to think that's on everybody's mind is whether or not there will be a government shutdown. Our government is actually bankrupt. It spends way more than it takes in. Um, the set aside programs are just devastating. The deficit. Um, so many people are just dependent on the government for their way of life. I certainly don't want innocent people to be harmed, who set plans to visit our parks and our national enshrines that they're visiting, like the parks and other historic sites, which would be closed as a result of a government shutdown. But it actually pales in comparison when you think that about the impact of affordable care. There are just so many things that are unplanned. There's just so many things that have not been thought through. There's so many things that you don't necessarily understand how it will impact the customer. And one of the main things you understand about customer service is that once you introduce something to your customers and it doesn't work out, especially on this magnitude, you lose your trust and confidence with them. I would rather that we not shut the government down because affordable care is going to fail in the next 6 months. It cannot work. It cannot be implemented. And if you just allow it to just play out, it will become self-destructive. Why the Republicans want to move full steam ahead to accelerate this, knowing that you have 6 months and obviously the results will speak for itself. Maybe it's a principled position. Maybe they feel that many people will be harmed between now and the 6 months before it totally collapses. And all they want to do is they want to fund the rest of the government. They just want to defund and put Obamacare on hold for another year until we figure these things out. To me, that's pretty reasonable. My only dog in this fight are the American people. I care about people being displaced. I care about their way of life being impacted. But I think after the government shuts down for 2 or 3 days and we save tons of money, I think we begin to realize just how little we need government in our lives, because I really don't think that most of us in any significant way is going to be impacted or affected by the government shutdown. Do I think the government would shut down? Who knows? It's not the worst thing that happened to this country. And we certainly have to cut out spending. We have to return to financial discipline and austerity, which we seem to not want to embrace. But my point is to we the people, it's not as bad as you think. I think this would give us an opportunity to realize that we don't need as much government in our lives as we thought so in the past. I'm Armstrong Williams.